don't look so good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Dahnans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadheim. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidrea's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along, At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
Xian, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almeidrea plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsev when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsev's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Coming through!
Bring him down! Ready to go! Never wait!
That may prove a thorn in our side.
It's fire support! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Here! Hurricane Thrust!
I'm devastation! Here's evil!
It's over!
The last one!
I'm ready!
Stand back. I'll check it out.
I'll face you! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Take this! Now I'm in the groove!
You're mine!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
That's far enough! Smash you!
My shield! Hurricane Thrust!
Eagle Frost! Nobody can stand up to these fists!
We're not ready!
Piercing roar! Radiant light!
You're mine!
Almost there! Eagle assault!
The enemy wields art too.
Listen!
I'll crush you!
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! This should come in handy.
Got it!
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out!
Glacial Spear! These links can run rings around us!
Eat this! In a vine, Talon Hurricane! Sliver Rocket! Going in!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And cuddle to me!
It's over! Burn in hell!
This is it! Tear you apart!
Rising Falcon! Hurricane
How
Thrust!
about this?
Devastation!
Piercing roar!
You're mine! Shockwave Blast!
Think you can fly?
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Looks like we got them all.
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Get lost!
For my lord! Your armor won't save you! My shield?
I can read your moves like a book.
Devastation! Hollow dance! Rising falcon!
Rolling up!
I'm just getting started!
Where are you going?
Try this! We're not finished! Swallow blade! Eat this!
Freeze Lancer!
Think you can fly? I owe you one for that. Switch sides!
I owe you one.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I can carve through armor!
It's weakened!
This ends now! In a vine? We're not
You think that shield will save you?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Now! Dragon Shell!
Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Step back! This one's all law!
Out of my way!
Now you learn! Be still! Hurricane Thrust! Showdown between blade and fist! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
There! Pounce it!
Dragon Shell! I'm just getting started! Flaming Thrust! Look sharp!
Here's the Eagle!
Make it rain!
Eagle
Freeze
Assault!
Lancer!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Take down their defenses!
Where are you going?
Hurricane Thrust!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
Out of my way!
You've got spirit!
Look sharp! So much for tossing it out.
Glacial Spear! Here's the Eagle! Turn your blade!
Talon Sword!
Barely a blip on radar.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out! The rebel! Stop them! What's this?
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Got you now!
This one's mine!
Devastation!
Reload!
Rising Falcon!
And watch him!
Shotgun Flash! Eagle Blade! Burn! Eagle Flash! Devastation!
This one's mine! Far enough!
Dragon Shell!
Look sharp!
Shockwave Strike!
Eagle! Look sharp!
I'll teach you respect!
You see what happened there as you crossed me.
Shockwave Strike! yourself finished!
Everyone hanging in there?
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mills.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Rising Phoenix!
Shield and
Take
ready.
it!
This one's mine!
You're mine! Shockwave strike!
Tiger Blade!
I owe you one. Rip and tear! Next!
Here I go! Tiger Blade!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Not in your dreams!
Go away! Burn in hell!
Radiant, here!
Do it!
This one's mine!
It's
Going
over!
here!
Strike! Bang Hurricane thrust!
Here!
Devastation!
Going in!
Rising Falcon!
Spear.
I'm on Castle! Talon Hurricane! Rising Falcon! Glimmer Blast!
Make it rain!
Take this!
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alvin.
An opponent like this should be easy. No escape! Tear! Devastation! Rising Phoenix! It's over!
Here's the evil! It's a duel the author!
Dazzle! Hurricane thrust!
Glacial Spear!
Got flyers!
I got this! Let a marksman handle!
Devastation! All yours!
Going in next!
You're mine! All finished! It's over!
Tiger Blade!
Here I come! Be still! Do it! Tear! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Annihilation!
Shockwave strike!
Nothing gets by me!
Be still!
Eagle Assault!
Tear!
Glacial Spear!
Has got your name on them! Take this!
On guard!
Dragon now! Dazzle!
Freeze Lancer!
Let's refrain from losing.
Get lost!
Shockwave strike! Eat this!
Where are you going?
What's this?
Do it!
Double shoot!
Frozen!
Hammer! Here! My turn!
Far enough! Into the shadows!
Castle! I can carve through! Watch this!
Here's a healing heart!
Hurricane thrust! No further! I'm on this time! Flaming thrust!
Here's the
Tear!
wall!
To dust! Burn in hell!
One more!
Storm!
Mega Ray!
Rising Blow away! Burn turret!
Here, let me help!
Dazzle! Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Switch to
Searing gale! Talon storm! Shockwave strike!
Shouldn't have messed with me.
Shockwave strike! You're mine!
Switch to
Eagle drive!
What's this? Mega Ray!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Going in!
Whirlwind snap! I'm choking!
This one's mine!
Turret!
I'm out of it! Watch!
Dazzle! Searing gale!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
You made me angry. That was a bad idea. This one's mine.
Ready and ready!
Now denied.
Take this!
Here's a hurricane! I never miss!
Armor won't save you! On guard!
It's too much!
Burn it out!
How about this?
Lightning thrust!
Take it!
One more! There you go!
By the power of
That
one!
freaking does it!
Annihilation! Healing flame of
Look
fury!
sharp!
An astral
That's my cue! Going in!
Shut him down!
Healing circle! Not in your dreams!
Down!
Going in!
Talent storm! Watch it!
Mega ray! Time to shine!
Here I
Use
go!
the healing on!
ticked me off!
Shockwave splash!
Time to
I
shine!
owe you one.
Shockwave splash! Try this! Infernal torrent!
Make it rain!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
There's always room for improvement.
And thus our strength yet grows.
That's far enough!
Shockwave splash!
Look sharp!
Lightning thrust!
Searing
Rising speeding!
Reload!
Take this!
On guard! Ground and
You're
pound!
mine!
These ones can run rings around us!
This one's mine! Make it rain!
Hurricane Chisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Glacial spear! Here's
No!
evil!
You're mine!
Dragon
Not today!
Freeze!
Be still!
Eat this! Here's a
Searing
healing
gale!
arsenal!
Do it!
Shockwave
Turn
splash!
away!
Here I
Lion and
come!
Red!
It's too fast!
Stand
I
back.
never miss!
I'll trip it up.
Shockwave splash! Dazzle! Hurricane
Here I
thrust!
go!
Devastation! Rising falcon!
Far enough!
Lightning thrust!
Swallow them!
Devastation!
Flame! Reload!
Big orange one, make it rain!
Shockwave
Keep
splash!
going! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
We managed to pull through.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Out of our way!
Now you see what I can do! My shield is down in the corner! Shockwave splash!
Here's
I'm
the
going in! Got you now! Hurricane
Right
roll! Searing gale!
What the hell? Sit still!
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Do it! Not today! No escape! Hurricane thrust!
Mega
Tear!
ray!
Devastation! Rising falcon!
Searing flame! Reload!
Here I come!
Will this help?
Shockwave splash!
This one's
Try
mine!
this! Shockwave splash!
This one's mine!
Hurricane thrust!
Mega ray!
Devastation!
Going in!
You're
This
mine!
one's mine!
You're done!
Not in your dreams!
Shockwave splash! Rising Phoenix!
Glacial spear!
Infernal torrent!
Piercing roll!
Lightning thrust! Devastation! Rising Phoenix!
Eagle back into the fray!
Shockwave splash! Take this! Infernal torrent! Devastation! Rising falcon! Not today! Shockwave
Do
splash!
it!
Eagle fly!
Get toasty!
Bird strike! I can feel my power growing!
sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
A barrier. That may indicate...
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almeidrea sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almeidrea's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almeidrea may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almeidrea. That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
We're in for a long slog with this one!
Now you learn!
Thanks, Xion.
Eat this! Oh, it's
Armor won't save so much for talking it out!
You right through, damn it! Devastation!
Mega Ray!
Rising!
Here
Rising Thunder! Devastation!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Make it rain! Doubling! In an instant! Impact block!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shining...
That equipment should come in handy.
No choice! I see one, eh?
Glacial Spear! With a shock! You think that shield will save you?
Got you now! Try this! Dragon Show! It's already strong!
I never think!
Be my guest!
Do it!
Be still! Hurricane thrust!
Healing circle! Going in!
All things here I come! Try this!
This one's
Infernal Torrent! Shockwave Fly! Lightning Strike! Searing Gale! You're finished!
How about this? Armor won't save
You're mine!
now! Aw, two-sided
Shockwave Strike!
Here, let me help!
Take this! Shockwave! Try this! Infernal Torrent! On your knees! Shockwave Strike!
See what happened there as you crossed. Should have done that.
Try this! Infernal Torrent! Take this! Lightning Thrust! Rising Rocket! Shockwave Slash! Infernal Torrent!
By me.
Burn it down! Shockwave Slash!
This one, make it rain.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Let's refrain from losing.
That's far enough.
On my lord!
Where are you going?
Shockwave Slash! Try
Sounds like a job for yours truly. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. We're in for a long slog with this one.
Try this! Infernal Torrent! This one's all mine!
Blaze on fire!
Shockwave Blast!
No fear can stand a beast this! Tiger Blade! Here's a hero!
Burn in hell! Here you are! Shockwave Blast! Try this! Infernal Torrent! Shockwave Blast! We're not finished! Infernal Torrent! Be still!
Tiger Blade!
Tear! Hurricane Blast! Rising Phoenix! Lightning!
Glimmer Dragon!
Rising Falcon!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Right, here goes! Shockwave Blast! Try this! Infernal Torrent!
If it's in the sky, it's
Lightning
mine!
Thrust! Rising Phoenix! Lightning Thrust!
Freeze Lancer!
Hurricane Thrust! You're mine! Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Shockwave Blast!
Do it! Come over!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Don't get careless. That's far enough!
Confiscated!
Infernal Torrent!
Eagle Assault!
Try this!
Here's the
Infernal Torrent!
A showdown between blade and
Swallow
fist!
Blade! Infernal Torrent!
There!
Shockwave Blast! Burn in hell!
Time to shine!
Here I come!
Now, swing it through!
Shockwave Blast!
Do it! Yeah! And bubbling to me!
Shockwave Blast!
Face!
Gale Storm! Tear!
Ready!
Glacial Fear!
Here's evil!
Take this!
Here goes!
Freeze Lancer!
It's over!
Piercing Roar!
Here I come!
Make it rain!
Shock Shield!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Barely a blip on our radar.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Armor won't save you.
My deal! We're not finished! Engaging!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Glacial Spear!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Gotta break through! I see one, eh? Eat them! Take down their defenses! Hurricane Thrust!
Just getting started.
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Radiant!
Shockwave Blast!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright...
Seriously?
Is this a joke? I can carve through armor! Like now! While it's reeling!
Take it down!
We're not finished!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Will this help? This
Swallow
one's
blade!
mine!
More of this and I'll burn out!
I feel sprightlier than before.
Here
Do
goes!
my best!
Now you learn! No further! Take this! Shockwave! Swallow blade! Shockwave flash! Flash! Try this! Infernal turret! Shockwave flash!
Time to shine!
Be still! Not today!
Do it! Time to shine! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Shockwave flash! Make this live!
Igneous discharge! Don't get careless. Be gone!
You can carve through armor! My deal! Devastation! Laser blade! You're mine! Shockwave flash! Shockwave flash! Try it!
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Devastation! Rising phoenix! Be still! I lost my focus!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Don't get complacent.
Eat this! Do as I say! Eat this! Shockwave flash!
Where are you Careful! He has some kind of butterfly!
Do it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Not a chance! Far enough! Will ya? Shockwave flash!
Now you see what I can do!
I'll heal you all!
It's on!
You see what happened there as you crossed me? Time to show! Done that.
Burn in hell!
Healing circle! Radiant here! Gemini
You're
Ultra!
mine!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Talon storm! Take
Mega
this!
Ray!
Shockwave
Gemini
flash!
Ultra!
Slash! Shockwave flash! Take the Infernal turret! Slash! Infernal turret! Shockwave flash! Slash! Swallow blade!
No more playing nice!
Swallow blade! Eagle fly! This isn't looking good! Here I come!
Healing
Shockwave flash! My turn!
Now in the beat!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks,
Carve
Kisara!
through armor!
I'm such a bitch.
You have to hold on!
I suppose I should thank you.
This should do it! You're mine!
This one's mine!
I have no limits! Take this! Slash! Swallow blade! Slash! Swallow blade! Swallow blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me out!
Try harder! Here I come! It's on!
On guard!
Burn in hell!
Oh! Now I'm
The
real
enemy
mad!
wields armor.
We'll soon see about that!
Try harder! Take this! You're mine! Shockwave flash!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Switch to open!
Carve back, will ya? Take this!
I'm on a roll now!
I don't have much left!
Dazzle! Devastation! I'll run you through! Rising Phoenix! Do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget, heal your wounds.